Before you blame your background, your government, or your bad luck, you need to check your mindset, because the truth is many people stay poor, not because they lack opportunity, but because they're mentally allergic to success. This is not just about money, it's about how you think, how you act, and what you believe is even possible for you. In this video, we're diving into something raw and real, the rich mindset versus the poor mindset, not sugar-coated, not hypothetical, but based on real human experience, including my own. 1. Mindsets shape reality, not just reactions. Let's start with the truth nobody wants to say out loud. You can be broke with a rich mindset, and you can be rich with a poor mindset, and eventually, the mindset always wins. Because money doesn't change who you are, it magnifies who you've become. I've seen people with six-figure jobs who still live paycheck to paycheck because they think poor. And I've seen single mothers with low income build small businesses from nothing because they think rich. Real example. A friend of mine, Eric, grew up in a neighborhood where people believed getting a job at the post office was the highest dream. And for years, he thought that was its safety, pension, benefits. He played it safe. Then he met someone at a seminar who told him, "You don't build wealth by trading time for money." That one conversation flipped a switch. Today, Eric owns a small logistics company and employs people who once thought like he used to. He had to unlearn the mindset he inherited. 2. Belief versus excuse, the first battle of mindsets. Poor mindsets love excuses. Rich mindsets love responsibility. The poor mindset says, "I wasn't born with privilege. People like me don't succeed. I don't have connections." The rich mindset says, "I'll learn what they never taught me. I'll build what I was never handed." Every day is a chance to change the story. Excuses sound smart when you're scared, but belief sounds crazy until you make it real. Real example. Lisa was 40 when she started her online bakery business. No culinary school, no investor, no Instagram following, but she had belief, and she used YouTube to learn everything she didn't know. 5 years later, she was making six figures selling cakes from her kitchen. Excuses would have kept her broke. Belief made her wealthy. 3. Scarcity versus abundance thinking. Here's the trap. Poor mindsets operate on fear. They see life as a pie, and if someone else gets a big slice, there's less for them. That's scarcity thinking. It makes you compete, compare, complain. But abundance thinking, that's what the rich mindset does. It sees ideas as limitless, money as flowing, opportunities as everywhere. The poor mindset hoards, the rich mindset invests. The poor mindset protects, the rich mindset multiplies. Real examples. I once offered a struggling friend a course for free that taught affiliate marketing. His first response, "If it's free, it must be worthless." That's scarcity. He couldn't even accept an opportunity because his mindset told him all help had strings. Meanwhile, another guy I knew saved up for 2 months to buy the same course, and today he runs a YouTube channel generating passive income from that knowledge. 4. Control versus complaining. People with rich mindsets focus on what they can control. People with poor mindsets focus on what they can't. The poor mindset says, "The economy is bad. No one is hiring. Everything is expensive." The rich mindset says, "How do I increase my value? Where can I pivot? What can I build?" Real example. During the pandemic, while millions were stuck at home, one of my former colleagues decided to learn video editing. He used free software, practiced on YouTube tutorials, and started offering freelance services. Now, he works for brands remotely. He didn't complain about being jobless. He built a skill. 5. Learning versus entertainment. The poor mindset worships entertainment. The rich mindset worships education. Now, listen, there's nothing wrong with relaxing. But when you spend 5 hours a day watching Netflix and 0 hours learning how money works, don't expect your life to change. The poor mindset says, "I don't like reading. Learning is boring." The rich mindset says, "If knowledge is power, I want all of it." Real example. A woman I met on Clubhouse once told me she replaced 1 hour of Netflix a day with podcasts on business and personal finance. 1 year later, she started an Etsy store and made $20,000 in sales during the holidays. Not because she had magic, because she traded entertainment for education. 6. Short-term thinking versus long-term vision. Voiceover. The poor mindset lives for Friday. The rich mindset lives for freedom. The poor mindset wants the quick win, fast money, flashy results. The rich mindset plays long-term games. They ask, what can I build that pays me for the next 10 years? Real example. Jeremiah worked retail and was always broke after every paycheck. One day, instead of buying a new phone, he invested $300 in a digital course about e-commerce. 6 months later, he opened a Shopify store and began earning side income. 2 years later, he quit retail. The short-term mindset would have chased the dopamine of the new iPhone. The long-term mindset chased freedom. 7. Failure as a curse versus failure as a lesson. Poor mindsets see failure as proof they aren't good enough. Rich mindsets see failure as proof they're growing. Here's a fact. You will fail. You will launch something that doesn't work. You will make bad investments. You will embarrass yourself. But the difference is, the poor mindset stops trying. The rich mindset learns, adjusts, and keeps going. Example. My first blog flopped. I spent months writing and made $0. But I didn't quit. I just changed my strategy. My second attempt grew faster than I ever imagined. If I had seen failure as the end, I'd still be stuck. Instead, I saw it as a beginning. 8. Building assets versus chasing income. The poor mindset wants a raise. The rich mindset wants residual income. Here's the hard truth. Your salary can only take you so far. Wealth is built through assets, businesses, stocks, real estate, intellectual property. Assets work while you sleep. A job stops paying when you stop showing up. A woman I knew turned her old recipes into an ebook. She sold it for $9.99. Years later, it still brings her money every month. No boss, no clock in. That's what the rich mindset aims for, ownership. 9. Talking versus doing. The poor mindset loves to talk. The rich mindset gets to work. Talkers sound intelligent. They know all the theories. They read all the books, but they never execute. Doers, they stay quiet and build results. Example. 2 friends of mine attended a real estate workshop. One kept talking about starting, planning, and overthinking. The other just called a mentor and bought his first duplex. Guess which one owns multiple properties today? 10. Identity, the root of everything. This is the deepest truth I've learned. Your mindset will never rise higher than your identity. If you still see yourself as a victim, an outsider, or just a broke person trying, you'll sabotage every opportunity. But when you shift your identity, when you start seeing yourself as a builder, a learner, a future millionaire, your actions change, your habits change, and your results change. A man I coached once said, I've always been the broke one in my family. I asked him, what if you were the first one to break the curse? That simple shift, from broke by default to builder by decision, changed his life. Listen, this isn't about judgment. We've all been trapped in a poor mindset at some point. But your future, your freedom, your legacy, they don't care where you started. They care how you think today. So ask yourself, are you stuck in poor thinking? Or are you training your mind for wealth? Because mindset isn't about motivation. It's about identity, belief, action, and repetition. And every day you choose the rich mindset. Even when you're broke, you move one step closer to the life you were meant to live. Your future self is watching you. Don't let them down. If this video sparks something in you, like, subscribe, and check out our full series on building your financial mindset from scratch.